Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt a strange weakness in your legs? Not pain, not illness, just a quiet tremble that makes you pause. It didn't used to happen, but now it's there. You climb stairs slower, you take breaks more often, and somewhere deep down, a gentle worry whispers, "Am I losing my strength?" But what if I told you it's not just age, it's not just time? In fact, a big part of this change may be hidden in your daily meals. Because after 50, your body changes the way it absorbs, processes, and responds to food. And some of the most common, everyday foods the rules have trusted for decades could now be slowly draining your strength, one bite at a time. In this video, it means choosing differently so your body can still carry you forward. If you found this video helpful, press 1 to let us know you're with us. And if you have anything you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment below. We always listen with care. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It's our honor to walk with you on this journey toward a healthier, more peaceful, and more fulfilling life. Part 1. White bread and refined grains. Let's begin where most days begin: breakfast. You might toast a slice of white bread, top it with a little jam, and sit down with your coffee. It's comforting, familiar, a part of your routine for decades. But here's what happens beneath the surface. White bread is made from refined grains. These are grains that have been stripped of their fiber, nutrients, and natural oils. What's left is mostly starch, and starch, in your body, quickly turns into sugar. When this sugar hits your bloodstream, it causes a spike followed by a crash. And over time, this roller coaster stresses your nerves, weakens circulation, and inflames the tissues in your joints and muscles. For seniors, this can feel like weakness in the thighs, aching knees, and slower recovery after just a short walk. What to do instead? Replace white bread with sprouted grain bread. Try steel-cut oats, or fermented sourdough bread with no added sugar. These foods keep your blood sugar steady, reduce inflammation, and gently support muscle repair starting from your first meal of the day. But breakfast is just the beginning. Let's take a closer look at what's in your snack bowl during the day. Part 2. Potato chips and salty snacks. Let's move from breakfast to the little snacks we reach for when watching TV or reading the paper. Crunchy, savory, addictive. Potato chips, crackers, salted nuts, or packaged snacks feel harmless, just a treat. But for seniors, that small handful could lead to big problems over time. Why? Because many of these snacks are packed with sodium. Sodium causes your body to retain water, especially in the lower limbs. This can lead to swelling in the ankles and knees, making your legs feel heavier, stiffer, and less stable. But that's not all. High sodium can also disrupt the delicate balance of electrolytes your nerves need to fire properly. The result, your muscles become slower to respond, your balance becomes less reliable, and your chances of leg cramps or stumbles increase, especially when moving from sitting to standing. What to do instead? Try roasted unsalted chickpeas, a few slices of avocado with sea salt, or seaweed snacks with low sodium. Better yet, choose snacks that hydrate and nourish, not bloat and inflame. From salty to sweet, let's talk about how even some fruits, yes, fruits can secretly make your legs weaker over time. Part 3. High-sugar fruits: grapes, bananas, pineapple. We all grew up hearing that fruit is healthy. And yes, it's packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But for seniors, especially after 60, not all fruits are created equal. Some fruits are extremely high in natural sugars, and while that sugar comes from nature, your body still processes it like any other carbohydrate, raising blood sugar and insulin levels. Fruits like grapes, bananas, and pineapple are among the highest in sugar. They give you a quick burst of energy, followed by a crash. That crash leads to fatigue, foggy thinking, and weaker muscle performance. Worse, it may contribute to chronic inflammation, the kind that slowly damages your joints and leg muscles. Over time, seniors who rely on high-sugar fruits may notice more aches in the thighs and calves, less endurance when walking, a subtle wobble in balance. What to do instead? Choose fruits with a low glycemic index: berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, green apples, kiwi, guava. These support steady energy, reduce inflammation, and protect your muscle cells from sugar-related stress. But it's not just sugar. Some of the oils we cook with every day, believing they're healthy, may be silently working against our joints and circulation. Part 4. Vegetable oils: corn, soy, canola. Now let's step into the kitchen, because sometimes what we cook with can be just as harmful as what we eat. For decades, we were told that vegetable oils like corn oil, soybean oil, and canola oil were healthy. They were marketed as heart-friendly, light, and modern alternatives to old-fashioned fats. But here's what most people don't realize. These oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. And while our bodies need some omega-6, too much of it, without enough omega-3 to balance, creates a storm of inflammation, especially in the joints. Inflammation builds silently, like a slow leak in your knees, your hips, your ankles. You may not feel it at first, but one morning, you wake up and climbing the stairs feels like lifting bricks. Or you walk across the room and your legs feel stiff, swollen, or weak. What to do instead? Replace inflammatory oils with healthier fats: extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil in moderation, or a small amount of grass-fed butter for flavor. These fats help reduce inflammation, support joint lubrication, and even improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins that your muscles and nerves rely on. But beyond what we cook with, what we drink might be weakening our bones and legs far more than we think. Part 5. Soda and carbonated drinks. It's cold, it's bubbly, and for many, it's a small treat with lunch or dinner. But that fizzy soda diet or regular could be quietly weakening your legs every single day. Here's how: most sodas, even zero-sugar versions, contain phosphoric acid. This acid doesn't just give soda its tangy taste, it also leaches calcium from your bones, especially the spine, hips, and legs. For older adults who already lose bone mass more easily, this is serious. Weaker bones mean weaker legs, and with time, this translates into slower walking speed, higher fall risk, fragile joints that ache with minor movement. And that's not all. Soda also disrupts gut health, leading to poor nutrient absorption, especially minerals like magnesium and potassium that are crucial for muscle function. What to drink instead? Try warm lemon water in the morning, coconut water for natural electrolytes, herbal teas: ginger, mint, or cinnamon to support digestion and circulation. These drinks hydrate, protect your bones, and support your muscles without robbing your legs of strength. But beyond sweet drinks, there's another dessert that can feel comforting, yet leave your joints stiff and sore by nightfall. Part 6. Ice cream and creamy desserts. Sometimes, comfort wears the disguise of sweetness. After a long day, a small bowl of ice cream may feel like a reward: smooth, creamy, soothing. But for seniors, that creamy indulgence can come at a cost. Here's why ice cream is high in saturated fat, refined sugar, and dairy proteins that many older adults have trouble digesting. Together, this combination leads to inflammation not just in your gut, but in your joints and muscles, too. After 60, the body becomes more sensitive to what once seemed harmless. Many seniors notice stiff knees after dinner, cramping calves during the night, tossing and turning in bed, that comfort food. It may be silently interfering with sleep, circulation, and muscle repair. What to do? Instead, you don't have to give up sweet things completely. Try Greek yogurt with berries, a frozen banana blended with cacao powder, or a homemade chia pudding with cinnamon and almond milk. These options satisfy the sweet tooth while supporting digestion, calming inflammation, and protecting your legs as you sleep. But not all weakness comes from what you eat. Sometimes, it's about what's missing from your plate and how that gap slowly drains the strength from your legs. Part 7. Protein Deficiency in Seniors. Sometimes, weakness doesn't come from what we eat, it comes from what we no longer get enough of. After 60, the body naturally absorbs protein less efficiently. Even if you eat the same portions as before, your muscles don't receive the same level of support. This slow decline leads to sarcopenia, a quiet, progressive loss of muscle mass and strength. And where does it show up first? Your legs. You may notice your thighs getting thinner. It's harder to lift yourself from a chair. Your balance feels off, especially when turning or stepping sideways without enough protein. Your muscles shrink, your joints work harder, and your risk of falls increases. But the good news, this can be improved often quickly and naturally. What to do instead? Start including high-quality proteins in every meal. Eggs, especially with the yolk, lentils, beans, chickpeas, salmon, sardines, and small oily fish, bone broth, rich in collagen and minerals, or even protein smoothies with pea or whey protein. And don't forget, vitamin D and resistance movement, like gentle squats or leg lifts, help your body use protein more effectively. But even if you eat well all day, what you eat before bedtime could decide how your legs feel in the morning. Part 8. Late-night carbs and sweets. Now let's talk about a moment many of us overlook: that small bite before bed. Maybe it's a cookie, a piece of toast, or a sweet drink to end the day. It feels innocent, comforting. But for your legs, it might be the worst time to eat sugar or refined carbs. Here's why. At night, your body is preparing for repair and rest. But when you eat simple carbs or sweets before bed, your blood sugar spikes, then crashes a few hours later, often in the middle of the night. This crash triggers stress hormones, disturbs deep sleep, and often causes leg cramps, restless legs, early morning fatigue. Your muscles don't get a chance to fully recover, and the next day, your legs feel heavy, unstable, or just plain weak. What to do instead? Choose gentle, sleep-supporting snacks that fuel your body without disrupting rest. Warm turmeric milk, soak chia seeds with almond milk, a handful of walnuts or pumpkin seeds, or a small piece of boiled sweet potato. These help balance blood sugar overnight, reduce inflammation, and allow your muscles and nerves to restore peacefully so you wake up steady on your feet. So now that we've uncovered the eight foods quietly making your legs weaker, let's take a moment to reflect and remember the simple truth behind every step we take. So here we are, at the end of this journey, and maybe the beginning of a better one. You've listened with patience. You've stayed with me through each point. And more than that, you've done something powerful. You've especially now, you can still grow stronger. Let me remind you, aging is not a disease. It's not something to fear. It's a process, a beautiful, complex process of change. And within that change lies an opportunity not just to survive, but to revive. You are not here by accident. You are here because something inside you still believes in healing, still believes in moving forward, still believes that the story of your body isn't over. And you're right. Yes, your legs may feel tired. Yes, your joints may ache more than they used to. But that doesn't mean the best is behind you. In fact, with just a few intentional steps, you can move from strength, energy, and peace in ways you never imagined. We've learned the foods that always stand in the We've learned to relax. We've learned that nutrition, rest, and awareness can gently transform not just how you walk, but how you feel when you move on. And what's most powerful, you don't need to be perfect once. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin gently, with intention. Maybe tomorrow morning, you choose oatmeal instead of white toast. Maybe you drink lemon instead of soda. Maybe you eat more. You leave it slow. And maybe you figure it out. And you sleep. In 3 months, you will experience and your heart will light. That's the power of tiny steps. They build a new foundation. They whisper to your body, I'm still here. I still care. I'm not giving up on you. And your body will respond, because it always does. It may take time. It may not be perfect. But healing, at any age, is always possible. So I want you to leave today, not with worry, but with hope, with compassion for the past, and courage for the future. And legs are not just for walking, they are for living, for dancing slowly in the kitchen, for stepping into soft grass barefoot, for rising from your chair with confidence, for chasing the adventure not just for me, but joyful. And every time that you move forward, every time you choose presence over words, you are not just pushing yourself, you are moving forward. That is what this is about. Not guidance, not fear, but freedom. Freedom to move, freedom to respond, freedom to live each day with energy, purpose, and joy. So if this video touched something in you, if it reminded you of your strength, your worth, your power, I invite you to share, not just to spread information, but to spread the truth that healing belongs to all of us, at any age. And you, my friend, are just getting started. If you'd like to keep walking this path with me, click subscribe, and let's take the next step together.